investigates tonight.
Well, maybe that little girl will be able to identify him. Just write your address down here, will you? And how many apartments are in this house, Mrs. Hendricks?
Just two. This one and the one upstairs.
I see. And you say he was waving something in his hand, Mr. Tallman?
Yes, it looked like a thin leather book. Here's my address.
Excuse me, Mrs. Hendricks, it's a little dark in here. And you say this is your permanent address?
Yes, it is.
Well then, I won't bother you anymore. And don't worry. If anything is missing, I'm sure your husband will let me know.
Yes, he will. And thank you for coming so quickly.
You're entirely welcome.
Hello? Oh, just a minute. Sergeant Carlino?
Oh, I'll get him. Sergeant, you're wanted on the phone.
Sorry, Mrs. Hendricks. It looks like it's going to be one of those days. Carlino? Yes, Lieutenant. You say you just walked in? The doll? Have you told him yet? Well, here, give me a few minutes. Yeah, sure, I understand.
Did they find that old man?
I think there's something I should mention while I'm here, Mrs. Hendricks. I didn't want to alarm you, but there was a woman found just outside here this morning.
I know.
Oh, you say you knew her?
No, I heard about it on the radio.
Oh, I see. Your husband didn't know her by any chance.
No.
Of course he didn't.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tallman, but I've been told to make inquiries. Did you hear anything odd last night, Mrs. Hendricks?
No, but we were out most of the evening.
I see. You and your husband were together all evening, I suppose.
No, I was at a movie for about an hour while he was at a studio working.
Was anyone else with him?
Hey, what is this?
No, he was supposed to have photographed someone, but she never showed.
Are you questioning Mrs. Hendricks for any particular reason?
I'm not questioning her, Mr. Tallman.
Well, then why are you taking notes?
Mike!
I'm not taking notes. I just wanted to see if
See what?
if there was anything else I did want to ask.
Well, I suggest if you have further questions, you wait till Mr. Hendricks returns home.
Now look, I'm allowed to talk, aren't I?
Yes, but Mrs. Hendricks doesn't have to answer questions if she doesn't want to. Or didn't they teach you that at the police academy?
All right then. No more questions.
Now they don't know man yet?
Mr. Tallman, you're not a lawyer by any chance.
Well, no, but I know Mrs. Hendricks.
No, I didn't think you were.
Well, if that might help he was, the old man could be in New Jersey by now.
Mike, is this room very dirty?
Oh, why?
The sergeant kept dusting everything. Didn't you notice?
No. Did he?
All around the refrigerator and in that corner over there?
Oh, I'll get it. He barely forgot his badge.
Excuse me, Mr. Hunt?
No, Mr. and Mrs. Hendricks live here.
Hendricks? Oh, I beg your pardon, but this is 27B Road.
Well, yes, but...
My name is Road, Harry Road Jr. May I ask if an elderly gentleman dropped by earlier today?
Well, I don't know if he dropped by exactly.
If I may come in for just a moment, Mr. Hendricks. You see, that man was my father.
Please, come in.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Rote, Mrs. Hendricks is one.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Mike?
Yes. You all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Rowe?
I'm so very sorry this happened, Mrs. Hendricks. I do hope that my father wasn't rude in any way.
Well, he made a mess of her bedroom in there. Was that rude, do you think?
Oh, my goodness. But let me reassure you, this is not as serious a matter as it may seem, Mr. Hendricks.
Well, my name's Tallman. I'm a friend of Mr. Hendricks.
Mr. Tallman, look, I know that my father may appear a little erratic at times, but let me reassure you, he would never
Harm anyone?
Certainly not.
Oh, but he just told Mrs. Hendricks that if someone...
Gloria! It's only your groceries. I'll come back later. No, leave them now if you like.
That if someone didn't leave someone alone, he'd kill her.
Did he mention the name Sam Hunt?
Yes. Yes, I think that's what he said.
I think I can explain all this quite easily then. You see, I believe my father came here today because he thinks that your husband is a photographer named Sam Hunt.
Well, as you can see, my husband is a photographer, but I think we can clear all this up right away. Mike, in on the little table in the bedroom, there's a photograph of Sam and me. It's a wedding photograph.
Oh, I'm afraid that won't do me very much good. You see, I've never even seen this man before.
Well, just who is he anyway?
Well, 3 years ago, my wife was on vacation in Montreal, and my father tells me that while she was there, she and this man became acquainted.
So your wife meets some guy 3 years ago, and now your father wants to kill him? For what?
Well, my father alleges that they've been seeing each other from time to time ever since. And if you'll excuse me, Mrs. Hendricks, I have to find my father.
Mr. Rowe, before you go, there's one thing I don't quite understand. How did you get here? Did you follow your father here today?
Oh, in a way, yes, I did.
But
Then you were outside the entire time he was in here? Why didn't you stop him?
Well, I didn't follow him here exactly.
well, then how exactly did you know this address?
I was hoping not to have to tell you this.
Please tell us.
I believe my father may have followed my wife to this apartment.
When?
Last Sunday, my father invited us over for dinner at his club. My wife arrived late, said she couldn't stay because she had to call on some old friend who was going to fly to Montreal the next day, and she had to give him something. My father became very testy and wanted to know the name of the man and what it was she had to give him. Finally, my wife became very annoyed and said, well, if you must know, it's that doll of mine that you broke. Then she got up and left.
A doll, did you say?
Yes. It was a musical doll.
Was it?
Yes.
You say Mrs. Root gave a doll to a friend who's going to Canada?
Yes,
That's Monday.
that's right.
Why did she have to do that?
Well, you see, this doll wasn't just a toy. It was made specially for her in Montreal. Played this little tune that was a favorite of hers. Her friend said he would take it to the makers and have it repaired and then return it to her. When my wife walked out on us that night, my father turned to me and said, it's that doll that Sam Hunt gave her. And then he followed her. The next morning, I found this note under my door. It just reads, Dear Harry, Sam Hunt lives at 27B Grogan Street in Greenwich Village. And then when I told him Luciana hadn't come home last night.
Who? Who didn't come home last night?
Luciana, my wife. She often comes to Manhattan and then decides to stay with friends, but she usually calls to say where she is. So far, we haven't heard anything.
Shall I get it, Susie? Hello? Hang on. Susie, it's Sergeant Carlino. We'd like to speak. Susie?
What does he want?
I'm sorry, I have to go now, Mrs. Hendricks.
Can I take a message? No, I'll take it. Well, hang on. His son is here now. Mr. Rowe, don't go. He'd like to speak with you. Who? Police.
No. Tell them I've gone.
But it's about your wife.
What?
And your father at the police station now.
Hello? Speaking. That's right. No, she didn't. But is she hurt? No. Tell me now. Oh!
Mr. Rose! Mr. Rose!
Mike, don't go!
Of course not. Just left the door open. Well, some family, the Rhodes. The old man just walked into Carlino's office and it seems that Mrs. Rhodes has been in some kind of accident.
She's dead.
What?
She was killed outside here last night.
You knew that? All the time he was here?
I only realized when he was on the phone just now. The sergeant must have told him. I heard about it on the radio. I think they mentioned her name, only I wasn't listening properly. Mike, could you phone the bus station at Asbury Park and ask them to get Sam to phone me immediately?
Sure. Well, Susan, but look, you're not going to listen to anything the old man's going to say. He's obviously nuts.
But Mike, there's something you don't know. Sam did bring a child's doll back from Canada.
But it can't be the same one.
Exactly like what he described. I was helping him unpack, and I must have knocked it off the bed. It played a few notes. I picked it up and said, "Oh, surprise," or something like that. I thought it was a present for me. But he said no, it was for a little girl who was in a hospital. Some woman that he met at the airport in Montreal gave it to him to give to her. Some woman that he said he never met before.
And so Sam maybe took it to the hospital.
No, that woman came here that night to pick it up. She must be Mrs. Roach. And it must still be here somewhere, and I couldn't find it. And the Italian woman, that Luciana, that must be Mrs. Roach too.
Well, now just take it easy, Susie. Suppose Sam did know her. That's not so serious.
Mike, there should be a photograph of Sam and me in a leather frame on the little table.
Not on the table. Wait a minute. That must be what the old man had when he left here.
He's taking a photograph of Sam to the police.
Let's call Carlino and tell her.
No! No! You mustn't phone the police. The sergeant asked about a doll, don't you remember? And all those questions about where Sam was last night and about the murdered woman? The police must think they think he killed her.
Susie,
What is it?
there's a police car just down the street. They're watching this house.